Hey folks, I'm Tony.
And I'm Tina.
And we're TNT RVing. Well, Tina and I are heading out with a couple of our friends from Stressless Camping, Tony and Peggy, and we're going to get a tour of Alliance RV.
Yep. So come on, let's check them out.
So Tina and I are visiting Alliance, and we have Joe Mehl who's going to take us around and show us how they do things here.
Yep. Welcome to Alliance. Right. Yep. We're going to take you guys through Plant 2, and then we got some new product to showcase for you.
Okay, and we also have our guests here from Stressless Camping. We got Peggy and Tony.
Hi guys.
And here we go, Owen. And I'm here too.
Rodents in your pre-production.
Oh my God.
Right.
Okay.
So welcome to PDI for Plant 2. So this is our pre-delivery inspection. Also doubles as every now and then where they will take shipments in when we're kind of filled out in the plant.
Sure.
But it runs 2 lines down here. Starts back at that door, runs through, and then actually comes down a second time through. So there's like 30 plus checkpoints they do. So every unit's getting 100% PDI'd on all 3 plants that we operate out of right now.
So the PDIs aren't being done on the assembly line.
Nope.
They're just...
Yep. We have final finish and quality control on the production line, but we do 100% separate PDI here before it goes to the dealership.
Okay.
So, and some of the notable things that we do in here are we actually have they call it the earthquake machine or shaker table.
Okay.
Where they actually shake the machine rigorously for about 15 minutes, which is approximately a 25 to 30 mile drive. So every single paradigm's getting that. And, you know, other than a couple of valances falling off, which actually helped us find a new way to secure valances so that it's going to happen less. So definitely a huge quality piece that has helped us tremendously on the Paradigm line. And then we run 4 or 5 from the other plants per day that come over here. We also do something really unique where instead of, we'll fill up the water lines on the line, like look for leaks. But when it comes in here, we actually connect it to a fogger, and it's called a smoke test. And so, and then they shut off all the lights and they shine a light. And there's a dye in that smoke that actually they'll see if there's any smoke coming into the coach at all. Because it should all come out the roof if it's plumbed correctly.
Okay.
So you'll walk in here every now and then during production, you're like, is there fire?
Right.
It's shut off at each fixture too, right?
Yes, we have water plumbing shut off valves at every fixture.
Using any of the flex tubing with the PEX clamps? And
we have one piece of a delta that has one little piece of flex, and it's just to the water pump so when you're winterizing. That's it.
Okay.
And we actually use a different kind of clamp so that it's actually above code, and we've had 0 issues with it to date. So we're kind of going backwards.
Right.
Usually I take people to the beginning of the plant and we walk this way, but we're going to deconstruct the coach today.
Graphics package is really nice.
Right? Yeah, kudos
really
to
is.
Jeremiah and the sales team on that. Yeah, they wanted to be different. Obviously, linear is in, and we always were kind of linear. We had like that one swoop in the old pattern, but we just wanted to modernize it. We did a lot of raised lettering because this is our our luxury line, our benchmark. So you guys might get a sneak peek at something on the line. So you guys might be the first channel to get a sneak peek at something.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
But now that means you have to join the Alliance, though.
Well, we appreciate the tour, Joe.
Have to try.
From the beginning.
All right, so once we walk through the wall, the first thing I like to talk about here is our core values, which you're going to find this sign in every single plant. And then in Plant 4, our newest plant, which is actually a double line, I'll show you that later. These are the core values that the Brady brothers established from the beginning. Relentless improvement. We're not perfect. We'll be the first ones to admit we're not perfect. But we're going to take care of you. Devoted relationships. That goes beyond like our customers. That's our dealer body, our supplier body, our employees. We start our days late, about 2 hours later than the rest of the industry, and our crew's done still around 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So they still get home at a reasonable time to enjoy stuff with their families. Fully climate control, yeah.
And that's
so
unusual in manufacturing.
Yeah, so that's another thing is, like devoted relationships, right? Like we want to take care of you. And that room might get a little cold during the winter.
Well, yeah.
And a little hot, like certain days might get a little toasty.
Sure.
But we wanted climate control because this is their office. right? And like, you don't want to be, you're going to be sweating because it's a natural physical job, but we want to take care of you and do the best we can. And we also work with people, like they have doctor's appointments, you know, things like that. Like, life happens. We're going to take care of you. It's people first. So, and then obviously we got customer obsessed, which is kind of the main core value of our company, which leads right into do the right thing. And we're going to take care of the customer beyond the sale and forever, because once you join the Alliance, you're an ally forever.
Here, let's do this.
Yeah.
Tina, if you come around this side.
I'm going to do it this way.
I'll get in between.
No, I want to get the
we get the
flag.
sign.
I want
the
the
sign.
sign and the flag.
Got it.
Awesome. Thank you.
So what you're seeing here now is final finish. So these last couple of coaches are very similar to like a lot of the other industry. You got
Sure.
a couple final finish things. There's going to be some tape on them. There's going to be some things that are just not 100% complete based on, you know, if there's any shortages or anything like that. The industry's been pretty good lately, you know, knock on wood. There's still some furniture stuff that we run into every now and then. And what's really cool is, like, you see that red tape there?
Yes.
So there's actually going to be about 3 or 4 different colors of tape you're going to notice down the line. And that's because we have, I think it's 4 different colors. We have 4 different quality control managers. We have back, we have mid, 2 mids, and then final finish quality control. And their job is to inspect every unit 100%. And what's really neat is they actually have this thing called a stop block.
Okay.
So this is a stop block. They've used to say stop.
Right.
But you basically, if this is on a coach, this unit cannot move until
Okay.
the quality control manager takes it off and says, okay, now you're good to go. If there's something that happened here, we'll go up and make sure it was addressed, or did it happen the other way down the line? And they'll go back and say, okay, well, it was a one-off, or no, the last 5 coaches have the same problem, let's fix it, right?
Okay.
So it really helps the quality controls through the plant. So also you'll notice that it's a lot brighter in here than
It
a normal
really
plant,
is, yeah.
because you'll see we have skylights that are in here. So if we were to shut the lights off, you could still walk through this place just fine. It would just be a little dim. We put in like the ultra light bright LEDs too, to really lighten it up. And then we have windows on the side of the plant too. So people that are in here all day that haven't seen the sky for half a second, they can be like, oh, okay, it's raining, or oh, okay, look at that, right? Like, yeah, give you that little peace of mind. Go here first. This
Okay,
is cool.
sure.
So, coming from a former OEM and being in many of their plants, I've witnessed 2 to 3 guys having to lift the front cap and install the front cap, and it would be about a 3 to 6 man job depending on the front cap. So the Brady's, you know, one of the things that you know, devoted relationships, taking care of the employees, is they invested a lot of innovations that were not cheap, and this is just one of many that we'll talk about. So this actually is like a suction device, for lack of better words.
Sure.
Is it actually sucks onto the front cap, and then one person can operate it and hang it with minimal effort. Yeah, so something really cool about our slide outs is, so when our walls get laminated, now it's a double-sided Asdel. So it's, you got the thicker layer outside, a little thinner layer on the inside. You know what Asdel is. But this piece of fiberglass is actually the exact one when the wall was created, because it follows it down the line. And they mark it with a VIN, so they know which one. So because fiberglass, even per roll, can have slight variance in it. And so they want to make sure that it's 100% correct match every single time.
Well, it ages similarly.
Ages similarly. There's a lot of benefits to it. Also waste.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've been to several different production plants that they just, oh, that's the same size, make it work, right? And then you have 2 slightly different colors. That's why you'll see that out there. I will say there's something really fun about Alliance coming from another OEM is we are very close. And like, all the plants work with each other.
Sure.
We have a killer maintenance team that's constantly willing to build scaffolding, build structures, come up with ideas like this. If we were to go into the lamination plant, the entire like aluminum cutting machine was built by our maintenance team. It's just really cool and efficient, and if anything goes wrong with it, they know how to fix it. What this is just a cart basically to load it up and take it out there so that they let minimum stress, because what's the one thing humans are guaranteed to do? Get hurt. make a mistake, right?
Well, that too.
yeah.
It hurt.
Stress. Well, not when you're camping.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Well, not
Oh,
if you
those
follow
are-
Tony.
You stress less.
You'd be stressed
You
less.
stress less. But yeah, just kind of taking care of the human body, making them not do as physical labor so that they can just get it out there easily. And then of course, I always like to talk about it here. You could probably notice that all of our metals, all of our Alliance blue. So we are very on brand in our plants. Another cool thing that people often overlook, but this is 5 inches of concrete.
Wow.
And I've been on mezzanines where it's just simply plywood,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, right.
And they're storing a bunch of stuff on plywood. So we have 5 inches of concrete. This can more than sufficient support everything that's up here. Another cool thing is this system right here is, so these are the sheets of plywood for the roof,
Okay.
or the
Sure.
decking for the roof, right? And instead of, carrying 2 or 3 sheets out at a time and having to lay them, they will load a full skid up on this machine with the jack, and then this machine will actually, one guy can just move it,
They're pre-cut.
and they're all exactly cut to size so that they actually are 100%. They land so that there's no gap in the middle, because like those are 16 on center beams up there, and sometimes some other brands the gap will land in the middle and that causes a weak spot, but ours all land because of our engineering on a joist, so it's fully 100% walkable.
Okay.
Yeah, because we know you have to get up there to check your seals and do stuff like that every now and then, so why not make it walkable?
And bathroom.
That's the one AC that's in
Okay.
your bedroom will run to your bathroom. That's the only ducting you're gonna find.
Oh,
Okay.
Everything else is 100. The other 2 ACs are gonna be 100% dumping into the coach. Because think of a window unit in your house. You're getting 100% of that into the house. It's the most effective. We've actually taken units, parked them on black asphalt with the competitor's coach and our coach. Same white exterior fiberglass, so it's very comparable. Pretty much the same floor plan for the most part. Few little differences, but same length, same size, same
Yeah.
dimensions. Our coach stayed about 8 degrees cooler.
And
Okay.
you guys have a method of running the 3 ACs on a 50 amp.
Yes.
Some energy management that you.
So we have an energy management system A, and then 2, we use 3 13.5s.
Okay.
So you can run all 3 off 50, 2 off 30. And our coaches, you can convert to the 30 if you ever need to at a park, right? So you could run 2 if you're at a 30 amp site, run all 3 if you're at a 50 amp site. And then
Okay.
our solar systems even come pretty beefed up. So you're gonna have a 400 watt solar panel with a 60 amp charge controller on there. So you're gonna be able to even run maybe 1 AC for like an hour, depending on your battery,
Okay.
right?
Run wire with intentional color choice.
So yeah, so you'll see down at the end we actually have a wire chase, and all of our wiring is actually numbered and color coded. So say one of your lights go out, right? You can actually pull that light out of its fixture and say, oh, it's a green 7, and then you know what to do, how to fix it.
Okay.
If it's not the light itself, right? If it's an actual wiring issue. So
Yeah, that when I was managing the warranty at the dealership, there's only one brand that had fewer issues. It was Keystone stuff because they were doing that, and they had fewer issues. And if there was an issue, it's such a quick repair.
100%, yeah, same,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
So we're running the same thing.
good
So the
idea.
guy that actually introduced that came from Keystone. Another cool innovation that we did here at Alliance. So
Oh, look at
there's
the
some
row.
cool things going on. So you'll see the minimum ducting, right?
Okay.
So this is all the ducting it's going to have in the coach. So the AC sits right there where the 2 are coming out. There's going to be that, and then it goes into the bathroom. That's it. So minimum ducting to help efficiencies. Again, we have to be weight conscious, right? So that's why we do use this type of like styrene foam. So our roofs are actually constructed in one piece. So instead of doing 8-foot panels, it's one piece, and then you're going to notice all the foam in between. Because if we were to nail that, A, you risk puncturing the ceiling wall, so you'd see all these punctures through the wall. And B, the glue foam, it's actually a type of glue. It's actually made to expand and
Okay.
contract. So that way you know your roof is going to have a higher quality to it. And like I, we've had, knock on wood, we've had 0 issues with our roofs with this, and we've been doing this since day one. So they're building it up
right
here, and then it gets moved down, hooked onto the big joist, and then one person moves it over. And then they have like 2 guys out there that line it up. So that back door over there with the blue joist system, the chassis actually rolls in there. They prep it, and then they actually lift it up and then bring it over to the station right here, and then they actually flip the chassis over. It gets pushed back here. They start installing the tanks, some of the PEX plumbing, and then as you get closer, you'll see that like more of the PEX plumbing is installed. The wires are there. They got the hydraulic systems installed. They're starting to set the floors. Right now, like on top of this one right here, you can see they obviously laid the floor. The flooring department's actually right in front of it. And then you see that big blue joist system. They build the floors in one piece like they do the roofs, and then they bring it over with the system and lay it down and secure it. As it keeps going, you'll start to see some of like the walls get constructed. The upper deck has its floor installed. You'll see the kitchen island get installed, and then kind of midway through, you actually see the second joist system, and those are the walls. So the walls then actually get lifted and installed, again, making it easier on people. And then those are installed from the frame itself too. They're screwed into the frame.
You can see the cutouts for the slide room.
Yep, so the cutouts aren't all the way cut out. So what they do then is once they install it, they finish the cutout and they stack it right over here, and then it gets pushed into the slide out department, and then it gets built underneath the mezzanine. Because right now what's under us is you have the cabinet shop.
Oh, yeah.
So the cabinet shop comes up here a little bit, and it goes down there. And then they build all the cabinets, all the frames, everything like that. And then once the cabinet shop ends, it becomes the slide out department. And the slide outs then get installed where we came underneath the mezzanine. And then as you go, you obviously have the roofing, which we showed the roofing. It's the PVC roof. You got the astrofoil underneath that, the decking that's 16 on center. And then they start installing all the stuff on the roof. So you can just kind of really see how everything's built or deconstructed depending on which way you're looking. So this is a sneak peek of the Avenue Travel Trailer 332RL, and we're going to take a step inside.
All right, let's check it out. Come on inside. Let's check this baby out. Okay,
Well,
Joe.
welcome to our 332RL. So obviously it stands for Rear Living. We got some guests back here.
And this is Tony and Peggy from Stressless Camping.
Thanks for letting us crash your photo shoot.
So one of the things that you're going to notice, especially as people start to explore the Alliance line, is there's going to be a similarity in the design and the decor of the insides. So our Paradigm and our Avenue series are going to kind of blend with each other with this, we call it Harmony Linen decor, kind of balancing a lot of those natural earth tones and some of the modern designs that you're going to find. You're going to have solid surface countertops all the way at every single countertop. One thing that I really like personally is the fascia and how streamlined and edgy they are, and they just look aesthetically pleasing. And all of our drawers in every Alliance product support up to 90 pounds.
Wow.
Yep.
Nice. Very nice.
And then behind me, huge closet. I mean, here, I'll just...
It's kind of a walk-in.
It's a walk-in closet. It counts. And then behind these doors is actually either storage or you can put a stackable washer dryer.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
And the kitchen island is actually prepped for a dishwasher as well if you needed it.
Oh, I actually was wondering about that because it looks like there is one under the stove.
It's not, but
okay.
it's prepped.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. I mean,
Well, there you have it, folks. I hope you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining, possibly. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to TNT RVing.
Yes, give us a big thumbs up, a like, and we'll see you at the campground.
And thanks again, Joe, for
Yeah.
taking us
thank you
around.
guys. And I hope you guys join the Alliance.
TNT